Just harvested some of my purple basil out of the garden. I'm gonna wash it. I've got water in my tea kettle, and I'm gonna try some basil tea. I watched Jess over at Roots and Refuge Farm. They were making different basil teas today, and she was talking about how this was new to her, and her friend was showing her how. Great video, and I want to try it. I started reading some of the medicinal purposes of basil, and one of the big one is it's anti-inflammatory. So I thought, certainly can't hurt. So I'll let you know how it is. So I just did a 1 quart mason jar. I think in their recipe in the video, they did 2 cups of fresh basil for a ½ gallon mason jar to steep. I didn't have that much to pick today, so I got about a cup. I washed them off, took the stems off. I have my tea kettle just whistled, and so they recommended leaving a little headspace for honey, but that you would essentially let this steep. They said a minimum of 15 to 20 minutes, but she said you could let it go longer if you want it more concentrated. I'm probably going to do the 15 to 20 minutes, and then while it's warm, you want to put your honey, if you're going to do a honey. I might do honey. I haven't decided if I want to do honey. A lot of times I do stevia. Stevia, of course, does not impact my blood sugar. Honey does. So I kind of use honey more sparingly. So, you know, that's to each their own. Not that I'm thinking honey. I'm not saying honey's bad. It's not. Just for me personally, I have a little bit higher impact on my blood sugar. So I will probably do stevia is what I'm thinking, and I'm excited to see how it tastes. Look at the color of this tea. This is just like 5 minutes. It's beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, so my basil tea here has been steeping for about 20 minutes. I'm going to hold it up. It's very hot. So can you see that purple? And the leaves are starting to fall to the bottom. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to go ahead and strain it. And in their video, they strained the leaves out. So that's what I'm going to do. And they said they just composted their leaves. So that's probably what I'll do. Look how pretty. That's from purple basil. It smells really good. All right, and then I'm gonna pour it back in here. And as I said before, I'm gonna sweeten mine with some stevia and add ice and enjoy. The last thing in the recipe that they did, they said you could omit it if you didn't want to, was they did the juice of, for the amount they made, they used a whole lemon. So since I'm making half the amount, I did half a lemon. I juiced it in the bowl. And I'm just going to pour it in here. Oh my goodness, and it did. It totally changed the color. Look at that. Alright, and so I got me a glass of ice. This is still pretty warm. I'm going to pour it. Alright, and then I'll taste it. Alright, so now I'm going to taste it. This is the purple basil tea. That's my dog. He approves. That's really good. And I sweeten my quart jar, I did a teaspoon and 1/4 of stevia, which is what's the conversion if you were going to get a tablespoon of sugar, I think. It's really good. It's real refreshing, and I like the lemon added to it. I wonder how it would be if you did like a lime or something. So yeah, y'all should try it out if you have extra basil in your garden. Till next time.